I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. I will deal with this Jedi slime myself. Hello there, runner, and welcome to another... I think this is going up on Thursday, which means it's time for another Liv Watches Made in Abyss Season 2. And... I'm scared. I am very scared because this last episode was kind of a ride. Kind of went some places. And I feel like this episode is just gonna keep going to that place. And it's not a nice place just to be, just in general. Like, it really feels like it's a place where we really do not want to be as a society, honestly. Yeah, this can only end poorly. Exactly, you got it, you got it. So... yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, who's ready to cry? So... yeah. I'm trying out a new OBS scene. Hopefully it works. Those of you watching on the YouTube, if you want to catch these live, make sure you swing by twitch.tv/livethecyberdole, which is linked in the description. Then we do these basically the day the episodes come out. This one's the exception because we're a week delayed, but generally on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard is when we watch this. Overlords on Tuesday. Call of the Night. We watch the day after because that one comes out super late in the day. But yeah, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's generally when we do anime streams. If you want to see those, make sure you swing on by. But for now, it's time for the sad. So let's get in here and see what the fuck happens, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. She pulled off her entire fucking ear. Like, there's flies everywhere. How is she okay? Oh my god. Bro, this is just depressing. Holy fuck. Bro, this is just actually just depressing. What the fuck? What the fuck? Damn, it's almost as if the blood of the fucking daughter of the thing that made the village is going to cause everything to go fucking bananas and apeshit, huh? Okay, so... okay, so where'd Fopta go? Did he just, like, leave her with the... did he just leave her with the robot? Oh no, she's just back there. Oh, that bitch jealous. That bitch jealous. Fopata actually just considering committing a homicide right then and there. What? 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 Oh, right, because she stole Prushka. Wait. 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 The series of events here doesn't make sense in retrospect. So, okay. So they come down to this layer. They explore around. They find they find a bunch of shit. They take a nap in a cave. Fapata comes by and steals Prushka. Fapata then takes Prushka to the village, where she is carved into a whistle. Fapata is not allowed in the village. Wait, why is my arm doing that? Fapata is not allowed in the village. How did Fapata take the whistle to the village and then ensure that it got to the whistle carver? Hi, Daniel. That doesn't make sense. That actively does not make sense. She's not allowed in the village. How did she get the whistle to the village whistle carver? Oh, well, it would seem... Well, it would seem the Iramiu is a little bit upset that you fucking mangled her daughter. Holy shit. Wait, what? Wait, but Beloff asked for this, though. They do- okay, she just threw it in and told the residents what to do. That's dumb. That's dumb. What the fuck? Hi guys, I'm very confused and concerned. Why does my arm keep doing that? What? What? But if he blows a hole in the side of Iramui, won't that ruin the village? Also, Wakizan still alive. Wakizan actively ruined all of these people's lives and nobody has murdered him for centuries. Ah! Well, Wakizan, you tricked all of us into coming down into this literal hell and turned us into horrific monsters. Some of us don't even have legs anymore and can't really move under our own power. Yeah, but you're totally fine, no. We forgive you. You're the best, Wakizan. How is he still alive? How has nobody slit his throat? Only like 6... Wait, only 6 people survive? Oh my god. Okay, so she's a cave raider then. So she used to be a cave raider, so she's from Ore. Neat. I mean, if I was one of those 6 people, I would still be fucking pissed, though. I would still be pissed, and I would still want this man dead. I mean, technically, the original expedition were cave raiders, too. They were just like the first cave raiders. This man. Wait, do the villagers die if they leave the village? If the villagers leave the village, do they just out and out die? Rico! 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 You know what happens when you use the cradle! You heard the story! You heard the story, Rico! Fuck! It's like a prison. Sasuga Ein-sama. I mean, all of these hollows are immune to the curse, so... Right, that is a thing, right? I'm not making that up. Hollows are immune to the curse, right? Why is my arm doing that? I think I gotta, like, calibrate this fucking thing. I don't know. Like, if Reg blows a hole in the fucking village wall and just... He just has a vagina on his chest. That is... Like, he just has a vagina just right on his chest. Also, it makes sense why human children are so expensive in the village then. If human children are the only ones that they trust to use the cradles of desire, like literally, like they are hyper expensive because they can literally be used. They can be sacrificed to the fucking weird wish egg things. Incinerate it, idiot! No! No! Oh my god. What the fuck? What? A white blood cell that's based on the memories of a rapist. Or the memory of a rapist. Not the memories belonging to a rapist. The memories of, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's fucked up. I think I know what the author was going for. I think. But I don't think it's as... poignant as I think he gets across. Like, holy shit. Well, they just got evaporated, my god. A big scary thing that scares you, a good I really shouldn't have to explain why casting the memory of a pedophile rapist as the protector of the village is not a good idea. Yeah, like, actually, this show is just an FBI watch list at this point. I can't believe Waco's fucking dead. What? What? Training her what? 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 Training her what? Why does she have voice? Why did she do voice training? What? Unless that's a she was singing. Oh. Okay. For a moment I was like, I was worried that the author had done something else fucked up. Because I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't put it past him. Incinerate the fucking... So that's why I need you to blow a fucking hole in the side. Oh hey, Reg is using the one thing that makes him useful. The one thing. Oh god. Yeah, I really need to, like, calibrate this thing, huh? He had a clear fucking shot and he missed! Are you fucking kidding me? He had a clear fucking shot and he goddamn missed! He winged him! He fucking winged him! He's just gonna get back up! He's just gonna get back up! What the fuck, my guy? Bapta's coming and she's gonna murder all of these motherfuckers. He's not really a good interference unit if he just, like, passes out every time he takes something down, huh? She just whips her arms out. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. I will deal with this Jedi slime myself. Like, holy shit. Well, congratulations, Reg. You've just enabled a genocide. Well done. I can't believe, so this like thing, right, of like wanting to kill everyone, that comes from Iramui, right? Like Iramui's memories and all that live and motives and sadness and regret lives inside Fapata, right? So that means that Iramui wants them all dead. Holy shit. Like, Iramui, after spending all this time with all these people, despite the fact that Wakyazan was the one who fucked her up, the rest of them probably had nothing to do with it. Iramui's just like, kill them all. Kill them all, General Grievous. Like, most of these villagers weren't even, like someone, like, I think it was Daniel said it earlier, only about 6 of the fucking people in the village are from that expedition. Everyone else just wandered in and probably had no goddamn idea what was happening. So, like... It's like, literally, it's like none of their faults. What the fuck? Oh, boy. I mean, I would think the Fapata would be intelligent enough to realize, hey, wait, aren't there like a lot more of you than when I started? Holy shit. So is he just gonna stop So is Beloff just gonna stop eating her organs now? That'd be very helpful if he did that, but also... goddamn. So what's the betting that Beloff did not actually want a piece of Fapata? Beloff just wanted to die. Like, what's the betting? What's the betting that that's actually what's going on? Beloff, like, just wanted to die. Because... I mean, you make a good point, Daniel, but also, like, it's... I mean, these people probably didn't know. Like, the version of the story that the other villagers... Okay, so... If all of the villagers, other than the six remaining from the expedition, if they're all cave raiders, then that means that they most likely came from Ore, right? They most likely came from Ore, made their way down, and... you know, and did their thing. So, Ore is a fairly large city. The expedition was 150 years ago. Right? So... Huh. Actually, this timeline doesn't make sense. This timeline actively does not make sense. Huh. Neat. So, okay. So... in the space of 150... So, okay, so we have to assume that the expedition began 150 years ago, right? Because I can't imagine they're keeping good track of time once they turn into monsters. Or, you know... Or once they got far enough down, right? So... much more probably passing the surface. Oh yeah, time moves differently in the Abyss, doesn't it? Huh. That's another thing that's fucking weird. I guess when you have an author who's got a really shitty sense of time scale... Like, when you have an author who's got a really, really shitty sense of time scale, I guess just saying, oh yeah, no, time is convoluted in Lordran is, like, very, very much a valid thing to say, I guess. Okay, so... okay. So I... Okay, so this episode, I'm not a big fan because it seems like stuff kind of happened just to happen. Does that make sense? Like, it feels like we'd hit a status quo? I guess, like... I'm not... Like, we'd hit a point where things were kind of... static, I guess, for lack of a better term. We did a point where things are more or less static, and then, like, things needed to continue on so the story could keep going. And it seems like things just kind of happened in order to happen. Sorry, my head itches. Like, and... I don't know, it's just kind of not good. Not good. Like, it's not bad enough for me to stop watching, but, like, it kind of reeks of not really knowing what you want to do. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know, like, it's weird. It's weird. So, we have our... villagers, our main villagers, our 6 surviving expedition members, right? Iramui turns into the village, they survive, they do their thing, and let's say maybe like 30 years later, 3 decades, 3 whole ass decades pass, and we get the first cave raiders come in, right? 6 decades. Alright, okay, fine. Alright, if that's a confirmed time we have, then okay. But, yeah, so 60 years pass. We get our first cave raider villagers. They hear the story from probably Wakizan, probably Belaf, and maybe whatever the remaining 4 villagers remember. Because, remember, those villagers, they were dying of fucking dysentery. They probably don't remember exactly what happened properly, and they're probably just repeating what fucking Wakizan told them. So, the version of events that they have is not gonna be accurate. They don't know anything. Oh, 6 survivors plus or minus is what it... Okay. Well, I'll still say 60 years, just because, fuck it, time is immaterial in the Abyss, I guess. Those people are blameless, and the majority of the village are these former cave raiders. They've done nothing wrong. And Irimui seems intelligent, and if Irimui's intelligence passed on to Fapita, which seems like that's what happened, I feel like she would be smart enough to recognize that the majority of the villagers probably see her mother as a god and respect and love her, and you know, that's this, oh god, it's weird, right? It's weird. It's weird and it's strange, and I think that it reeks of moral essentialism, I guess. Like, I don't think that's the right term. I don't think moral essentialism is the right term here, but it's probably the closest to what I can think of. Essentially, the author is ascribing the morality of the initial founders to every single settler that came after, despite the fact that most of the settlers probably do not know the actual fucking story of the founding of their village, because I highly doubt Wakizan fucking told them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this author is smart enough to actually fucking approach that as a concept there, Daniel, though. I really don't think he is. Doesn't seem it. Like, it's just basically, it's ascribing a moral belief to the entirety of a society based on its founders. It'd be like if we ascribed to the United States the morality of George Washington. Despite the fact that George Washington was landed aristocracy, owned slaves, he was landed aristocracy, owned slaves, was a general in the British Army, was descended from British nobility, and was probably very, very racist. And also a white landowning cis male. Most people do not fit that mold, and also George Washington was a proud member of r/child free. So, you can't really ascribe the morality of George Washington to Americans as much as like the same way you can't really ascribe the morality of Wakizan to the villagers of Irimui. I'm just gonna say Irimui as the name of the village because it's her corpse. It's something that, like, it's a fallacy that, like, people perform a lot when they're talking about the morality of a nation. They'll apply the morality of founders to the society as a whole, which is a really big fallacy that you can't really do, especially if a nation is old enough that that founder is dead, buried, and mythologized to the point where no one fucking knows what their actual morality was. It honestly kind of reeks of, like, the author needed more villagers to make the village feel more whole, but he also needed to kill most of them to have drama during the flashback. He joined the rebellion because he wasn't paid. If he wasn't scammed by the British merchants, it's debatable he would support the rebellion. Wrong. That's mythology. George Washington George Washington joined the American Rebellion because British taxes were affecting his profits. George Washington was a businessman who, along with the rest of his landowning plantation owner motherfuckers, started a rebellion because they didn't like paying taxes on exported goods. That is the reason why the American Revolution began. A bunch of rich, landowning white guys convinced the poor farmers that made up basically the rest of the society to fucking rebel against the most powerful nation in the world, just so... Oh, it's seeing my mic stand. That's what it's registering as my arm. I see. Basically money, yeah. Essentially. But it's not like, oh, I wasn't paid. I have to fight the corrupt merchants. It's like, hey, fuck you, I don't want to pay taxes. Suck my dick. Hey, poor people, these guys said you were dorks. That's the story of the American Revolution that they won't tell you. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have rebelled and that the empire, and that they, some of the taxes that they were putting in place weren't ridiculous. It was a desperate situation for both sides. England had to pay for the French and Indian War and the 7 Years' War, and America either could not or did not want to, depending on the social status you were at, either could not or did not want to pay the increased taxation. The no representation was out for legitimacy. So the no representation is sorta kinda valid, in that the taxes were done without consulting the governors of the colonies first, and I do hold personally that was a bad idea. But at the same time, those taxes kind of had to happen because, I mean, England just got done fighting a fucking war for the benefit of the colonies. So generally, when you have to come to the defense of a colony that you have set up, generally it's a good idea for that colony to help pay for the fucking cost of shipping soldiers over and shit like that. But it was added as an excuse, but it is a valid excuse. Yeah, history is wild. It's great. But we're getting away from the point. We're getting away from the point. God damn it, we got stunlocked again. But yeah, like the same thing here though. We're taking a mythology. We're taking a mythology that was created by Wakyazan and the surviving founding members of the village, and we're turning it and then Fapita, and then we're applying their morality to the rest of the villagers. And Fapita is then coming in and being like, I'm gonna murder all of you because you fucked up my mom. Most of the villagers are like, bro, I wasn't born until like 70 years after your mother died. What the fuck? I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Like, it's really, really fucked up and morally essentialist, and it's really fucking bad. It's honestly poor storytelling. And I feel like maybe it could have been done better. And Reg blowing open the hole in the wall to let her in, once again, it feels like the story had been written into a corner. Yeah, it's seeing my microphone as an arm. I need to shift my microphone arm so, like, it doesn't get registered. Like, it's honestly a problem. It is honestly a problem. Like the story hit a point where it was stable. Nothing more needed to happen. You could have ended the series here and been like, okay, yeah, Riku hangs out in the village, and then heads on down to the next layer because she's learned all the fucked up shit. And like, I know they had to rescue Nanachi, but they could have done that without butchering the rest of the village, I feel like, because it seems like Belloff is kind of a piece of shit. Like, it's honestly really dumb. And I feel like part of the reason why they sent Reg to look for like Belloff wanted to be paid with a piece of Fapata is because he wanted to die. When he got transformed into the big bone dragon, he wanted to be punished by Iramui because he saw himself as complicit. And which once again is silly because he was unconscious for most of the fucked up shit that happened to Iramui, so what the fuck. But Beloff is essentially murdering every single other villager that came into the village after he did because he feels guilty. And that's fucked up and that's fucked up and bad, and I understand Beloff is not a good person, but like, still, what the fuck? Just, bruh. Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like getting Nanachi back could have been done a different way. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah. Also just kind of like the author's fetish on display. The pedophile that raped, Vueko and haunted her memories and haunted her nightmares forever was recreated as the guardian of the village by Iramui's subconscious. What the fuck? What the fuck? Please tell me I don't have to say why that's bad and why that symbolism doesn't work. Please tell me I don't have to tell you why that doesn't work. Wazukan told him to get a piece of Faputa. Okay, so I misremembered then. I misremembered, that's my bad. Either way, it's still stupid, and still Wakuzan fucking everything up. Like, Juromio, whatever the fuck his name is, like, if he would be created by Iramui to do anything, I don't think it would be as a protector, because if Iramui was reading Vueko's thoughts, and her dreams, and her nightmares, I don't think she'd see Juromio as a protector. That she'd see him as a predator, a rapist, a murderer, someone who took away everything good that Vueko had, and put her on the path to this hellscape that she lives in right now. Like, but yeah, thank you, I would say, for correcting me. Thank you very much. Like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is actively fucked up. I really don't like that. And it's just another thing of just the author having a very, very weird predilection and just slotting it in. And I don't get why. I literally don't get why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've been talking for, like, the video's, like, 42 minutes long, like, not even counting the stun lock. So, can we have a head redeem for the floof in the background? The floof in the background's gonna be a different redeem. I pressed the wrong button earlier and activated it. The redeem's not ready yet, so that animation is only about halfway done. So, yeah, keep an eye out for it. Maybe, like, in the next week or so I'll get it finished. I'm still working on it. But yeah. This show is, like, so close to being, like, you know, good. It's so close to being, I mean, like, as Mystic said, chef's kiss, right? But it's weighed down by so much of the author's weird fucking predilections, you know? Like, on tonight's episode, the author's barely concealed fetish, and so I still need to calibrate. I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is my rectum. Yeah, it's this show could be good, right? This show could be good. But instead, it focuses so much on just being a weird vehicle for the author's weird fetishes. And I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. But that's really all I have to say before we go on way too long. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode down there in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're here in the chat live. Let me know in the little chat, the little doobly-doo. But I think we've all basically come to the conclusions that we want. So God, this show could be so good, but it just chooses not to be. It's a really good premise, the idea of just a village at the bottom of literally hell made by a shitty person. But for some reason, we just have like these really poorly conceived... We just have these really poorly conceived, like... I feel like it's trying to be deep. It's trying to be deep by having the whole sins of the father, having the rapist be recast as a protector, shit like that. But at the same time, it's like... I don't think the author is good enough. I don't think the author is good enough to pull that off. You know? Because there is a way to do... you know what? Fuck it. If this episode winds up going to 50 minutes, who gives a shit, right? If you wanted to have Jeremiah recast the village protector, right? Maybe... Okay, here's how you could do it. Here's how you could... If you wanted to have Irmui recreate Jeremiah, have it be that he's not the protector of the village. Have him be a subjugator of the village, right? Every member of the village must pay tribute to Jeremiah. They must give him value. And in exchange, he destroys anything that comes to the village and does not offer him value. That way, he is still a predator, he is still evil, and he still fits Vueco's nightmares. But he himself is actively evil. He is actively a hindrance. And years where the villagers don't offer him enough value, he takes that value by taking villagers. You don't say anything about what he does to them. He comes into the village at night, and he snatches villagers. And it's almost always young villagers. That's all you say. And they're never seen again. Yeah, or that, Daniel. Exactly. Like, there is a way to recast him and have him thematically fit while also being a protector of the village. Like, but literally, I actually do not think the author is smart enough. Like, and I'm sorry, I don't like saying, oh, this author is dumb, but it seems like he just is incapable of writing something that is both interesting and not just really fucking creepy. Like, I'm gonna keep watching the show, but whenever he does something that's, like, in poor taste, really fucked up, or just overall just really not pleasant. And by the way, I'm not saying that, like, when you write something it has to be pleasant, because I've read plenty of shit that's actively not pleasant to read, but I've never felt like the author is masturbating to it. You know? I've never felt like the author is masturbating to the fucked up shit that's going on. Except for in this show. But with that, that's all I have to say about this episode. So let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. If you want to catch anime stuff live, you can always do so at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Oh boy. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this is where you get off. And I'm going to be streaming today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you swing on by twitch.tv/LivTheCyberDole. We do 2 streams a day. If you're watching this today, this comes out on YouTube. I believe I have another collab. I don't remember what it is, but should be a lot of fun, so make sure you swing by. If you want to support the channel, you can always do so through Patreon, Stream Elements, YouTube memberships, whatever. If there's a company that you hate, there's a company that you don't hate that you can also support the channel through. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.